Hi, I'm here with Chang and Long Yang. They're both letter carriers in Minneapolis, and they're both among letter carriers in a more diverse section of our letter carrier population. Hello, thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Thanks. So, how long have you guys been letter carriers?
Well, I've been carrying almost 8 years now.
8 years?
Yeah.
I've been working as a TE for 4 years.
Okay.
This is my 4th year.
Okay. And as a TE, which is a transitional employee, you are a non-career employee.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is basically is like a 4 hours worth of work. It's not promising for 8 hours worth of work, but we're here to help out the letter carriers, and we do our best to do what we can.
Okay. Now, during your guys' careers, letter carriers, have you been involved in the union either actively or did you just sign up and you're just a member? What has been your union experience?
Well, I've been busy with I have 2 young kids, so I haven't really been really active. Cause right after work, you just go home, pick up the kids, and that's why it's so tough to be part of the active,
Yeah.
But maybe down the line, I would like to be involved with it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, Long? Same
Yeah,
question.
on my 3rd years, I decided to be a steward at the station by seeing other carriers and with people's concerns and things like that. I decided to run for a steward, and which I get the position, or I was get it appointed, and I ran for a year and a half. But being a TE is very difficult. There's always a challenge that you face every day because you're just a TE, and you talk to the regular carrier and they think they know more than you do, and you try to solve the problems, which is very difficult to do. But I do what I can by following the JCAM and what some of the policy that we have in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Now, Long, as a steward and a transitional employee, and you said it was some difficult things, did you feel that within the union that you were treated like all the other white stewards? Did you feel like you were treated the same as all the other stewards?
Mm-hmm. Well, in the union, I feel that I'm with everybody, but it's just that when you're facing the supervisors and management, is that when they treated you a little bit different because they don't think that you're up there with other carriers. Mm-hmm. You don't have that many years behind you. Yeah. So dealing with those problems is a little bit difficult, but by having the union support, that kind of back you up, and with all the cases and things like that, they're the one that boost you, and most of the time when you run into problems, they're the one who give you the answer. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the union help a lot.
Mm, that's good. Yeah, because we definitely have diversity just in the workforce between career and non-career employees. Mm. Now, your ethnic background is Hmong. Now, being English for both of you is a second language, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, have you found that being English as your second language, has that been difficult for you guys, learning the letter carrier job or even getting involved in the union? Have you found that difficult for yourselves?
No, I don't feel difficult because everything they say I understand. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's pretty much just the way it is and understand. So it's not a problem to me at all.
Okay. How about you, Long?
Well, for me is that before I start talking like to you and talking to other carrier or talking to other people, I kind of think in my language first before I'm trying to express in English. Oh. So I kind of when I start talking, then I'm already thinking of what our language is before I start translating to English and talking that way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, do you guys have any other Hmong carriers that you've worked with who maybe aren't so well versed in the English language that you've had to help out?
Yeah, I wish Chang was here so we know how he felt, because he's like an older generation guy, maybe a generation older than us. Yeah. So he might have a little difficulty with communication with supervisors and stuff like that, but he's not here, so we can't really say how he felt,
Yeah. Have you found that you've sometimes had to help Tang out and maybe translate for him once in a while?
Yeah, once in a while he comes and asks me how what do they mean by this? So I just tell him what I know and how I think that it's gonna be like. So in a way, helping a little bit too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's nice to help somebody.
Oh, definitely. Long, have you ever?
Yeah, I think, as you can tell, like when you're talking to us here, our is not that fluent either because, like I say, this is our second language. And if you start talking Hmong, yeah, we will be like so fluent. But when you start talking English, then, the English language is so difficult that there's so many, word out there that you don't think about that, that you could use. And by speaking like the way Kai and I and you we are talking about here, sometimes we're still missing the point because we don't pick up the right word for certain things.
Because English has so many meaning and
grammars,
so much deeper than what Yeah. So sometimes they say different way, but when we translate in our mind, it's different too, But in a way, after being here for a while, you kind of learn that it's the way, that's the way it's supposed to go anyway. So in a way, after a while, you kind of learn how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys celebrate different holidays than the majority of us do, because the majority of our members in the NELC and here in Minneapolis are Christian. And I was wondering if maybe your holidays, maybe sometimes is a deterrent to getting more involved in the union, if there's union functions going on when you have holidays. Has that ever been a problem for you guys, or even in the workplace?
You want to go answer that one?
Okay, go ahead, Long.
Yeah, I think our culture is a little bit different in terms of, New Year, we celebrate it a little bit different. In terms of, let's say you have someone passed away that you have to attend. You look at 3 days or 4 days of those weekends. And a lot of the time, because we only have either 2 days or 3 days, it's just more difficult because when it comes to family, we always have people come and gather in for, throughout the week before the actual funeral that take place. And by doing that, then sometimes because it's your family, you need time off and things like that. But because, it's just the limit for that 3 days, it's very difficult for that. As far as the New Year's, ours doesn't fall in within, like the American New Year within the holidays, so it's just more difficult for some of us to just take off and attend our own New Year's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel that within the union that you guys have been treated equal, or do you feel you've been excluded or treated any different within the union?
I feel pretty fair. Yeah, because I don't have any problem ever since. Well, I joined the union right as soon as it turned PTA. As soon as I in.
Yeah.
So I don't have any problem. It's always treated me good.
That's good.
So it's so far so good.
Yeah, that's good. And are there any activities or anything different that you think you'd like to see the union do? Maybe something tailored toward the Hmong community here in Minneapolis, since we have a large population. Is there anything you think we could do that we don't do that maybe we don't know about that you guys would like to see?
Well, I think, as far as the, union involved within the community, that's different. But, as far as other carrier, maybe reach out to some of those because some of the Hmong carrier, like we were just talking about, they have the English barrier. And when they have problems and things like that, you don't think about, but it's just that second language that they don't understand certain term or certain, situation that made them not aware of the problems. And like some of the case that we're dealing with, as being stored, you have to take the procedure to get, what you want. But some of them, they're afraid that by doing that, they might lose their jobs or they might not, get to do what they need to do. And I think those are some of the things that if they could reach out and talk to them and see what their need is and so that we could help them out that way.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot. Unless you have something else you want to add, I think we're good.
No?
All right,
No, you have
thanks,
anything?
guys.
Yep.
I would-